In the quiet village of Umuyi, where red earth kissed bare feet and palm trees whispered ancient secrets, there flowed a deep, restless river called Mmiri the king's water. No child was allowed to swim in it. No woman fetched water from it after sunset. The elders said it was not ordinary water. It was a home to spirits who choose their own children. On a Hamatan evening, when dust floated like a ghost smoke in the air, a poor woman named Wine Man knelt by the river bank crying. She had lost everything. Her husband had died in a farming accident, her only goat has been stolen, and that very morning her baby had stopped breathing after a fierce fever. With empty arms and a broken soul, she wandered to the forbidden river, clutching the lifeless child to her chest. "Take him too," she cried to the river. "Since you have taken all I love, take the last of my pain." With trembling hands, she lowered the small body into the dark moving river. The water did not ripple. It opened. A sudden current swirling arm and glowing wine Oma staggered back in fear. The river rose like a breathing chest and then slowly folded back into silence. The child was gone. The elders later said, "When the water opened without anger, it has chosen." 7 years passed. Wine Oma lived like a shadow, thin, silent, forgotten. Each market day she sat alone, selling nothing but roasted corn and empty sorrow. Then one evening, as the sky burned orange, a small boy emerged from Emilieze. He walked out of water as if stepping from a doorway. His clothes were dry, his eyes shone like deep wells. In his hand was a small calabash tied with golden thread. The women screamed, the elders ran, and the boy walked straight to Wine Oma. "Mother!" The word struck her like thunder. She collapsed. The boy touched her forehead and her shaking stopped. "I am Mmirimma," he said softly. "The water kept me. The water fed me. The water dressed me. And it has sent me back to you." When she awoke, the calabash sat beside her. Inside it were tiny shining cowries glowing like stars. From that day, Nwai Oma poverty ended. Every market day she opened the calabash and new wealth appeared. Yams, money, clothes, gold dust. Never the same thing twice. Never empty. The village whispered, "The water child has returned with fortune in his palms." Mmirimma grew, but not like other children. At 10, he looked 7. At 15, he looked 10. His skin never cracked under the sun. His eyes never lost their shine. He did not hunger. He did not fall ill. Yet, he was gentle and kind, helping farmers lift log, guiding lost children home, giving coins to the widows. But at night, he will always return to the river. Sometimes, villagers saw him standing at the bank, speaking softly into the water. Does he belong to us or to the spirits? The people wondered. Envy slowly crept into hearts. If his mother is rich because of him, they whispered, then what about us? The richest man in Umuyi was Chief Okonkwo, a man whose barn was full but whose heart was empty. He watched Mmirimma rising wealth with burning eyes. "One child cannot feed a river and a woman like this," he scoffed. There must be a secret. One night, he sent hunters to follow Mmirimma. They watched as the boy slipped into the river like mist and vanished. At dawn, they dragged Nwanyoma before the elders. "She is hiding spirit wealth," they accused. "Her child belonged to the river. We must own him for the village." The elders hesitated, but hunger for wealth is louder than wisdom. That evening, they seized the Mmirimma and chained him to the ancient Oji tree at the village square. "Tell us how to command the river," they ordered. Mmirimma only cried. "Forcing the river will drown you," he said. They beat him. That night, the sky cracked open. Rain poured without pause. The river roared. The ground split. 3 houses sunk into the earth. Crops drowned. The people screamed for mercy. And one Oma cried through the rain and threw herself to her son. "They did not know you were still a child of flesh," she cried. The river rose high, fierce, alive. A voice thundered from its depths, "Return what is mine." To save the village, Mmirimma was unchained and carried to the river bank. The waters demanded payment not with gold, but with what was given and returned. Wanyama understood. My son was once yours, she wept, but you gave him back and healed me. Do not take him again. The river was silent. Mmirimma stepped forward. Mother, you cast me into the water with tears. The water raised me with riches, but I was always your child first. He turned to the river. I will return, but give my mother peace. Let the village live. Let greed die here. Wanyoma screamed, but the water opened. Mmirimma embraced her one last time. The tears fell onto his face and became pearls. Then he stepped backward into the river and vanished. The storm stopped instantly. The village survived, and the wealthy calabash beside Wanyoma turned to dust. Years passed. Umoye rebuilt. Nwanyoma lived again in poverty, but not in sorrow. Every evening she sat by the river bank, speaking to the flowing water. Sometimes at dusk, children claimed they saw a small glowing boy walking on the water surface, smiling at her. Some said he became a river prince. Others said he became the spirit of wealth, visiting only those with clean hearts. But one truth remained. From that day on, no greedy man ever prospered in Umuyi again. And when the river was calm and bright under the moon, the elders still said, Mmirimma the water child still walks between riches and pity, watching the hearts of men.